welcome you all on a Sunday. Rajgopal, you can start recording this meeting. Yes. So, good morning, everyone. Taking the celebrations, yes, taking the celebrations of the International Yoga Day ahead of us, we are actually hosting this program, and I have a special guest who is Dr. Harshit Mishra, who is a naturopath and who actually practices and he spreads the knowledge of yoga across his what should I say, his disciples, and there are a lot of people who actually kind of learn yoga from him. So it's a very interesting session today. So to start with, let me put in some very important quotes that I want to share today. This is from Sally Kempton, and the quote is, "The very heart of yoga practice is abhyasa, that is steady effort in the direction you want to go." So basically, yoga is just not some kind of exercise, it's kind of lifestyle. So it inculcates the need for concentration as well as focus in you to pursue your goals. So I aspire that on this International Yoga Day, may you discover the power of inner peace and the joy of mindful living. So I want to once again wish you a very happy Yoga Day. It's so important that when you listen to yourself, everything comes naturally. It comes from inside, like a kind of will to do something. So try to be sensitive. And that is what yoga is. This is, again, an important quote from a very famous yoga practitioner. So let's all unite for a healthier, more peaceful world. And yoga is the dance of every cell with the music of every breath that creates inner serenity and harmony. So considering that I'm associated with a lot of women, I practice maternal fetal medicine. I'm looking at women during the preconceptional period as well as their pregnancies. I feel yoga is an important thing that we should pursue and, search for that inner peace, which will optimize the pregnancy journey as well as the pregnancy outcomes. Dr. Harshit Mishra is already there. Let me just briefly introduce him. Dr. Harshit Mishra, welcome. He's joining us from Rajasthan. He is basically a naturopathy and yoga physician at Shri Ji Nature Care. I also have a slightly elaborate introduction of him. He's worked as an ex-naturopathy consultant in a wellness resort in Bangalore, and that's how I met him. And he currently works as the Nature Cure physician at Shri Ji Nature Cure and has been awarded the National Award for a poster presentation by SDM Ujre. So he's got a lot of experience in naturopathy and yoga. And I request all of you to please mute yourself. I know you joining today on a Sunday, but I request you all to mute yourself. And I'm so glad that I have quite a few patient acquaintances. I wouldn't call them patient, my acquaintances from the clinic who have actually decided to join us today. And Dr. Harshit, they will be asking you those questions. So without taking more time, I request Dr. Harshit Mishra to be starting his talk. And we know that the theme for this year is yoga for self and yoga for society. So extrapolating this theme, I request Rajgopal, can you please mute Ramanama, please? Yes. Ramanama, please mute yourself. Very good. Yes. So, Dr. Harshit, so can you please start off your talk? Let me tell you that this will go onto the YouTube and this will be propagated across about 1,700 plus patient acquaintances and families whom we are associated with. So, Dr. Harshit, the stage is yours. Yes, you can unmute yourself, and if you have slides, you can share it. Yes, very nice. And we have an open house where I can ask questions. So I request all the audience to listen to the talk by Dr. Harshit without any interruption. I want you to mute yourself. Yes, Dr. Harshit, please carry on.
Yes. Yes.
I presume he will also demonstrate some live yoga practices today, which will be towards the second part of his talk and discussion.
Is
Yes,
my
Dr.
screen
Harshit.
visible now?
No, your screen is not visible. You're sharing the screen, is it?
Yes. Is that visible now?
Rajgopal, can you please allow him to share? He is not able to share. We are not able to share, see your screen, Dr. Harshit.
1 second. Little loud now?
Is he allowed to share? So until he shares his screen, I think we have quite a few participants from across Bangalore and beyond.
Yeah.
Are you able to share it, Dr. Harshit?
No, ma'am, I'm not able to share it. I'm just 1 second. Can you send it over there and can you guys share it from website? Can you do something like that?
Okay. You do one thing, you WhatsApp it to
Mirror Health
Rajgopal.
team at WhatsApp, right?
Yes. So that, we can put it
Yeah,
onto our
admin WhatsApp.
desktop.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you can just engage them with something so that we will
Now?
try to copy
Yes,
it. Yeah. You can talk to them and
Now?
we will try to share it. All right.
So,
Yeah.
yes. Sure. So we start with the first practice, which is inhale deeply, everyone. आप लोग जहाँ पे भी बैठे हो, wherever you are sitting, inhale deeply. Sit straight first, wherever you are able to sit. Keep your eyes closed. Now just try to observe your breath happening. Your eyes remain closed. Your back is erect. The posture is in complete alignment. Just be the observer of your breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale and exhale. Now, with each inhalation, feel that warm air is entering your body, and with each exhalation, all the cold air is leaving your body. Inhale, your abdomen bulges up. When you exhale, your abdomen sinks down. Observe these changes happening in your body. As you inhale, your abdomen goes out. When you exhale, your abdomen sinks in. Feel the inner tranquilness, inner calm. Now try to observe the things that you have done on the Sunday morning, from waking up till now. If you had your breakfast, what breakfast you had? The first person you saw, try to recall everything. Yes, your body is becoming calmer and calmer and calmer. You're enjoying the inner peace, inner silence. Now slowly bring your awareness to your toes. Relax your toes, ankle, knee joint, calf muscle, thigh muscle. Inhale deeply and chant Akar. Now slowly awareness towards your lower back, your middle back, your upper back. Inhale and exhale. Awareness towards your abdomen, chest, right shoulder, relax it. Right elbow, relax it. Right palm, relax it. Left shoulder, relax. Left elbow, relax. Left palm, relax. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale deeply and chant Ukar. Om. Feel the vibrations of Ukar throughout the body. Ukar is trying to help you heal and repair. Slowly, inhale deeply, bring your awareness towards your neck muscles. Relax your neck muscles. Your facial muscles. Relax it. Your forehead. Relax it. The upper part of your body completely relax. Inhale and exhale. Try to observe the changes happening. The thoughts going in the mind. Just be the observer of the thoughts. Don't try to suppress any thought. Just be the observer. One positive resolution. Life, I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm wise. Can you make it in your mind every time? Observe the welcome energy as you can hear the clear sound. When you exhale, the hot air reaches out of your body. With each exhalation, all the toxins in your body. Now, we start with today's session. First, we start with wherever you are placed, जहाँ पे भी आप हैं, try to come to sitting posture or in lying down posture with your back is completely erect. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Now, as you inhale, your abdomen goes out. When you exhale, your abdomen sinks in. Now, inhale deeply, chant Omkar. Feel the vibrations of Omkar throughout the body. Slowly, with each exhalation, all the toxins are leaving your body. With each inhalation, you are becoming much and much relaxed. Change the slide, please. A very happy International Yoga Day to all of you. Now, I'll today explaining about the different koshas that are there according to Taittiriya Upanishad in the human body. First, we start with Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha talks about the food that we consume in daily practices and its impact on the health. Then we talk about Pranamaya Kosha talk about the prana we breathe in. As you inhale, what type of air do you breathe? When you exhale, what type of air do you breathe? That depends upon the Pranamaya Kosha. Then after Pranamaya Kosha, when we talk about Pranamaya Kosha in much deeper way, what we see is compared prana of a tortoise and a dog. So when you see a tortoise, the lifespan of a tortoise is 100 years, whereas for the dog it is 14 to 20 years. You know the reason behind it. If you try to observe the prana flow in the tortoise and the prana flow in the dog has more of a shallow breathing, whereas when you see the tortoise, it has more of a breathing which is more deeper and deeper and deeper. So the amount of breath per minute of a dog is much higher as compared to a tortoise. When the breath is higher, what happens? The lifespan is lower. This is when we see the nature. So our ancient rishis has given different techniques to slow down the breath, which comes under Pranamaya Kosha. Techniques like Anuloma Viloma, Surya Nilom Vilom, Chandra Nilom Vilom, and various other techniques which comes under Pranamaya Kosha. Now, after Pranamaya Kosha, we talk about Manomaya Kosha. In Manomaya Kosha, we talk about wisdom. So, when we talk about Manomaya Kosha, what we see is, as you inhale, your prana goes deeper and deeper. The wisdom becomes much and more developed. The thoughts that goes in the mind becomes much and much refined. When the thoughts are refined, what happens with that? Your thinking become more precise. Your thinking become more precise. What happens with that? The Vijnanamaya Kosha, the wisdom, the inner wisdom. This is right for me, this is not right for me. This is wrong for me, this is not wrong for me. that develops into your intuition develops into a much better level. When your intuition develops into a much better level, you go into a state of Anandamaya Kosha. What is Ananda? Ananda is the inner bliss. So in yoga therapy or the yoga practices or the yoga sciences that we teach in, we tell individuals to work on all the 5 koshas in the human body. The pranamaya, the manomaya, the jnanmaya, and the 4 koshas. The first one, the annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, the jnanmaya, and the anandamaya kosha. We talk about that. So if the human body is balanced in all the 5 koshas, the disease disappear. So all the psychosomatic illnesses that we talk about, all the non-communicable disease that we talk about, are basically nothing but the imbalance of these koshas. Now slowly we change the slide. Then in Yoga Sutras, we talk about, little bit down, the diet part of the yoga. In diet part, we consume about is the sattvic diet, the rajasic diet, and the tamasic diet. In sattvic diet, we consume is food which is more and more made, which is freshly made. Rajasic diet, we talk about food which is more processed, or which is a little bit of, which gives you vigor. Whereas in sattvic diet, pure food, which is more of raw in nature, it comes under the sattvic diet. Now let's talk about the tamasic diet. In tamasic diet, we talk about food which gives us more laziness, food which is rotten, food which is old, food which is made in the morning and we consume it to leave, and food which is made the next day, the previous day, and we consume the next day. That comes under the tamasic diet. Now, when we talk about diet part has a direct role on the body's physiology as well. So consuming more and more sattvic diet will help us what? Will help us in reducing our diseases. Whereas consuming more of a tamasic diet will increase the metabolic diseases that we have. Maybe diabetes, maybe blood pressure issues, maybe hypertension, whatever you call that. It increases when we consume or make improper choice in the diet part. Then let's talk about Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga, which means is a combination of 8 yoga limbs or 8 angas, which includes yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. When we talk about yamas, which include the do's part of the yoga, what are the do's that we do in yoga? Which include ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, yamaha. What are that? Ahimsa means non-violence, following the path of non-violence for into the yoga field. Satya, always seeking the truthfulness. Asteya, non-accumulation of worldly objects. Brahmacharya, following the path of celibacy. Aparigraha, non-accumulation of worldly objects. And these are the yamas, the do's of the yoga. Now let's talk about the niyamas. What are the niyamas? Saucha, Santosha, Tapa, Swadhyaya, Ishwar, Pradhanani, Niyamaha. What is Saucha? Saucha means cleanliness. When a person is into the path of yoga, he should be cleaning his body daily. That comes from the Saucha. Santosha. Santosha means contentment. Means whatever he has to be contented with it. He don't have to go with the desires of life too much. That comes under Santosha. Asteya. Saucha, Santosha, Asteya. Tapaha. So tapaha, we talk about austerity. What is austerity? Austerity is what? Your body trying to eliminate all the disease that you have through the path of tapaha. Tapaha is you go towards the right wisdom towards your own self. That is tapaha. Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya is what? Doing the teachings, reading the teachings of the scriptures which are good for you. Ishwar Pradhanani. Ishwar Pradhanani is what? Surrender to God. That comes under Ishwar Pradhan. Asana. And now let's talk about asana part. Asana, Sthiram Sukham Asana. Whichever pose we are able to steadily do, that comes under asana. Now let's talk about pranayama. Pranayama talks about Tasmin sati shwasha prashwasha gati vichedaha pranayama. Proper inhalation, exhalation of breath is pranayama. So when our breath is not proper, what happens? The mind goes into apajarna state. When breath is proper, what happens? Mind is more of a calm and relaxed state. That is pranayama. Now let's talk about pratyahara. In pratyahara, what we do? Shwa Vishaya Asam Prayogas Chitta Sarupa Anupraha Iva Indriyam Pratyahara. Means our senses, what we have, the five senses, should be away from worldly attachments. That comes under Pratyahara. Then we talk about Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. In Dharana, when we speak about, we see, for example, I'll give an example by that. So when you see a distant candle and yourself, when you're able to see the candle along with the frame, that comes in a state of a dharana. When we go into dhyana, what happens with that? You and the candle flame. Now all the outside frame is completely gone. That comes under dhyana. Now let's talk about the samadhi part. In samadhi, what happens? You and the candle flame becomes one. There is no distinction between you and the candle flame. You are now a candle flame. Your immersion, your concentration in it so much that this candle flame becomes you. That comes under samadhi part. Now let's change the slide. Now let's talk about the complications that in pregnancy a female goes through. So in Patanjali Yoga Sutras, they were talking about Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. What does it mean? By the practice of yoga practices, the Chitta Vrittis, the Vrittis, the kleshas in the mind gets reduced. So what are the kleshas? What are the thoughts that goes into our mind during pregnancy? There are thoughts like, will my pregnancy be assured? Will I be having a normal pregnancy? Will I be having a safe pregnancy? Will I be having a male child or a female child? Will I be able to be a successful mother? Will I be able to take care of my child? So these are the different thoughts that goes into our mind. When you practice yoga, what happens? Yoga practices like pranayama during pregnancy. What happens with that? The mind declutters. The thoughts goes into a more and more refined state. When your thought goes into a more and more refined state, the thoughts become more refined. So these type of thoughts which come to your mind reduces a lot, reduces a lot, reduces a lot. So these are the benefits of following them. Next slide. Yeah, I've spoken about it. Now let's talk about pranayama. Little bit about. Go further, go further. Go further. Next. In pranayama, when we talk about pranayama, in pranayama we have tasmin sati shosha prashosha gati vicheda pranayama. Means what? When you do a pranayama practice, what happens with that? The proper inhalation and exhalation of breath. What does it do? It helps to calm down your mind. What it does calm down your mind? All the cluttering effects in the mind get reduced a lot, reduced a lot. So these are the different asana practices that I've shown down below. Non-pharmacological interventions to reduce anxiety, pregnancy, labor, and postpartum. It was a systematic review. So in this, what they did, they made them do specific poses to the people who are pregnant, to mothers who are pregnant. And along with that, they gave them meditation practices, they gave them pranayama practice. And in the result, they found that the people or the females who were given these yoga practices had a more healthy delivery as compared to females who are not given these yoga postures as well as yoga practices. So this was the complete slide. Next slide. Yes. So how we come to the end of the today's session. Thank you.